Sketch.
Hello and welcome everybody to Spreading the Nerd. I'm your host, Clint Coombs. Joining me as always is Mr. Rick Davis and our special guest, FR8 Conductor today. Just a couple guys talking about nerdy stuff, mainly about news and the Xbox Showcase, which I don't think Rick liked too much, but I think me and FR8 liked a lot. So it's 2v1, so let's get into it. FR8, you're the guest. How are you, sir? You can go first. How are you? What are you up to?
You know, I'm doing pretty good tonight. Other than the fact that it's got off a cold. It's like -3 out right now before the wind chill.
Yeah.
I think my dog, oddly enough, still wants to run outside and he thinks it's time to go throw the ball around in the yard. I don't know. He's weird. He's like a lab. You would think he was a snow dog the way he likes to hop around in the snow. But
It is not. It is cold.
Yeah.
When my wife's been letting our dog out, she's trying to tell her to like chill out and not run because she's gonna slip on the ice that's on the concrete, you know.
Yes.
But,
Yep.
He does this little bunny hop thing. Like he just like hops through the snow whenever time there's fresh snow. And he's a big 83-pound lab, so he's a big boy.
Just sinks right into it.
Yes, it's ridiculous to watch.
2v1. Jose from
I got you. I got you.
Usually you got to pay for that. Not here. That's free stuff here.
That's
Just
right.
imagine the content that'll come out whenever we do start charging for stuff. Oh boy.
Come for the stupidity, stay for the 2v1s.
That's right. That's gonna be the new tagline. There we go. And have you been playing anything lately, FR8, to keep your bones warm or anything?
You know, jumping back into Arc Raiders a little bit here and there, you know, keeping the fire going in that. So Apex, trying to get ready for a marathon. I feel like Arc has lulled me into a full sense of security. I'm a little bit too much of a softie, so I need to stretch that bone a little bit. And then Last of Us 2.
Okay.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Nice. And now, is this your first time playing it or replay?
First time. I just finished Last of Us. Now I jumped right into Last of Us 2. I really want... there's one motivating factor, and that's like I need to know how a certain someone feels about the decisions made for them in the first one. And it's that big reveal when they finally find out, like, that's the scene that I am playing for right now.
You get there. It takes a while. It takes actually quite a while, but you get there.
That's awesome. Are you liking the series as a whole, though, or...
It was very hard for me to get into at first. I think I've talked to Rick about this before. Like,
be gentle, FR8. Be gentle.
I really had a hard time with it. Okay, first of all, it's been built up. You know what I mean? It's like the golden child of PlayStation excellence, and I came into it late. You know, I'm Xbox fanboy now with a PC, so I got it on Steam. I thought I'd jump into it right off the rip. Very emotional scene. It was like I was invested.
If I might jump in real quick, how is the PC version? Because the PC version of 1 was infamously bad. How at least it was at first. How is 2? Okay.
It's good now. And honestly, when I first started, I played on my main rig, and I just had a hard time with it. Like I didn't really know what I was going for. I was looking for like third-person action adventure, kind of like a Tomb Raider or something like that. Doesn't play that way.
Yeah, that's not this at all.
Yeah.
And then I started playing it like it was a stealth game, like it was Splinter Cell,
which is kind of how you're supposed to play it.
Yeah. But it didn't really, not
quite.
Like 1, not
to
really
the
supposed to be
extent
like
of Splinter Cell, but
2 is genuinely an excellent stealth game.
But then I started approaching like a survival horror, and I started playing on my ally, and I did all the way up until Pittsburgh, and then I switched to my main rig because it was just a lot of dark lighting, so it was a little bit better visuals, and I finished it off there. But mostly I've been playing 2 on my ally as well.
Okay.
I like the evolution, like, you know, the quality of life, like the extra crafting you can do. The stealth is a lot better, you know, even if you factor in the kind of basic like with the grass and stuff like that. Yes, it runs excellent, I would say.
Nice.
Never had any issues with it. Runs pretty solid frame rate and everything.
Sweet.
Big fan though,
Good
so far.
Awesome. Now, have you watched the series at all, or?
I watched the first one up until the episode.
Watch 2. Do not watch season 2.
I watched up until Frank, and then I held off finishing it until I finished 1.
Okay.
And I went through and I binged the first season. And yes, I'm hearing from everybody that 2 sucks. And so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really want to watch 2 or not.
And,
I just
actually, I'll be honest with you. Even if you do watch it, do not watch it until you finish the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it literally, like, so 2 is structured in a very weird non-chronological fashion, right? I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but that's how it works.
Yep.
They didn't do that with the show. So all the big payoffs, you learn like right off the bat. It totally ruins the story, in my opinion.
Well, you can actually play 2. They have an option to play it in chronological order.
Yes. And actually that's what I'm currently doing, and it is cool.
That's
you definitely do not want to do it as a first playthrough though.
Yeah.
Because first of all, the first like 3 hours are extraordinarily long when you play in chronological mode, because it's all the flashback sequences.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
So, sorry. I don't keep jumping in. I just want to tell you not to watch the show yet.
That's the other downside too, is like, it was such a big zeitgeist moment that so much of it is out there in the internet. So like I already knew about the big plot twist in the beginning. I haven't reached it yet, but I know that I'm going to spend a good portion as the secondary antagonist.
That's not really even a secret anymore, because they started really showing her in trailers.
Yep.
But
So I knew
they
those
hide it like crazy leading into it.
And I don't know why I'm tiptoeing around it. Like someone in the chat doesn't know any of this stuff, but just
you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Because my Google algorithm ruined it for me. I'm trying to, help you guys out over there.
Understandable.
Well, I will say, in case you're unaware of this, Freight, I think you know it, but you're talking to the largest Last of Us fanboy on earth. But
yeah, very good.
Yeah, I'm okay. It's been a week, and not a particularly great one at that, but getting the PC Master Race life going on, as I pointed out there, kind of digging, getting into. I'll answer the other question at the same time here, but playing some Cyberpunk. I finally got to Dogtown, so I'm starting my Phantom Liberty journey there.
Awesome.
Quite an intro to get into there. That was actually pretty cool. I think it was on Monday, I bought Battlefield 6 on PC, so Clint and I were playing that, and I was quite the anchor for the team at that point, because I was trying to get used to kind of the different, not the controls, but more the mappings, but had a good time. I will say, while this is definitely where I'm going to continue to play it, plus it helps save some PS5 hard drive space, it did reinforce to me actually how impressive the console port of that game is, because I told you I did not see it look that much better.
Yeah, which is good to hear.
It looked better, but not like astronomically better. You know what I mean? And yes, Todd, that is why I don't think you were here last week. That's why I have it now. This was going to wait a while, and I was like, you know what? It's just going to get way more expensive soon. I might as well buy it now. But either way, it obviously it's Battlefield. It plays better on PC. It just always was going to. But it really does emphasize how good of a job they did on the at least PS5 Pro version. I can't speak to base or Xbox version, but it really. I was just like, yeah, this does tell me actually how good they did with it. Now I haven't played the campaign, which it's not good, but it looks great for sure, right?
Yeah,
so I can't compare that. But yeah, you're right, it does.
I can't say anything. I haven't tried it yet.
It's
unless you simply want to. Nope.
Yep. Unless you simply want to force your way through it, it's really not very good.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of about it. But
good.
And from Midgar over here, we have Clint. Actually, I guess we're the
live stream. Who knows what else? We'll have Sephiroth coming along here. I don't know, with everything. As Rick said, I've been playing some Battlefield 6 with him and stuff, getting back into that. Not playing Ark as much because I'm got everything. I'm done everything. So I still log in to play just because I do just love the game. But not as much. I thought I was going to be hitting World of Warcraft more this week, but it was a different type of content patch, which is fine by me. So I don't want to get sucked back into that life right now. There's too many games. What else did I play? Cyberpunk. That's got its hooks into me more now that I've started it for like the 4th or 5th time. So I did just buy Shinobi Art of Vengeance on the Switch as it's on sale.
Sorry, I just wanted to point out, it's funny you say that. Today, I finally got my email that Limited Run Games is shipping that to me.
Oh,
it came out 6 goddamn months ago, and they had it available at launch.
Unreal.
They are finally shipping it to me. Sorry,
So
I forgot to tell you that. When you said that, it reminded me of that.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're finally getting it. So I put about an hour and 15 into that. Super good. Controls are very responsive. The background artwork, of course, it's all hand drawn, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I was standing in a field at one point because all the wheat was moving and the leaves and the trees, just gorgeous. Like I said, very responsive. Switch to, I think it's at like 1080p, maybe higher at 60 frames. Runs fantastic without a hitch. But yeah, so I think it's $20 on there right now. So definitely worth a buy if you're looking for that type of game. What else? I thought I was playing something else, but I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I guess we can just get into some news. Freight, you had mentioned earlier that you were playing Apex because you were getting ready for Marathon, and Rick at the beginning of the week had messaged me, and he's like, I'm kind of looking at Marathon, and I'm kind of liking it, and I was like, what? Because I played the play test, and I wasn't feeling it. I mean, very just okay to me. And then coming off of Arc Raiders, I was like, I don't know. But then I watched the runners gameplay, and it was like an 8-minute video or something. And I was like, okay, we might be back here with this. I might be interested. And then today they just announced that enemies, either the players or the PvE enemies, their bodies will decay the longer they've been in the map. I guess they just showed a picture and it just kind of like melts.
They actually confirmed that in the big re-reveal because they said,
did they?
Yeah, it's a major part of it. So like when you see it, it gives you an idea if somebody's like, oh,
yeah, that's what
this body is fresh. Somebody's still here.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Or you can see in the distance and it's not, or it's like a puddle. Maybe you don't waste your time. So, so you're interested in it, Fred? Are you jumping in first day or?
Oh, absolutely. I'm okay.
You gotta
I have pre-ordered it. I will put that out there right now.
That's
However,
fine.
I can absolutely return it because I have the weekend before to play the server slam, and I can pull it back.
Is that an open beta? The server slam?
It is. Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yeah, I'll play it.
I'm a Bungie stan. Okay. I full admit.
No shame. No shame.
Okay. And then I finally just kicked my Destiny habit this year, and I still go back and dabble in it. So what does that tell you?
You're jumping right back into the fray.
I love what they do, and a lot of the big things with Destiny, what's been wrong with it is the fact that most of their good people, especially on the PvP side, have been working on Marathon. And I don't know, that video where they showed the different runner suits, like they talked about the mods, specifically that mod that they showed off, the whole where when you do the explosive damage, it doesn't damage you. So like it showed him shooting the, basically grenade jumping, which is one of the things they added with some of the grenades in Destiny. And it's awesome. Like the fact that they're factoring that into that. So they're going to give you a little bit more movement options. And I won't say this is confirmed, but I have a sneaking suspicion. Could you imagine that, because Bungie does these dungeon encounters or just combat encounters like nobody else.
Right.
So if you went into a red tier loot area and it was a mini dungeon encounter and you had to worry about somebody coming from the backside. So it'd be like when you play a MOBA, when you go for the Gold Fury or whatever in the jungle, you're trying to get that buff and you have to worry about the enemy teams. So you pop, you post up a lookout. Be the same type of thing, but then it just be, instead of just trying to dump damage on, you have to do, I don't know, something weird, something fun, just be interesting outside of the normal, just shoot at something,
Yep.
Freight. So actually on a similar topic, I'd talked somewhat privately with Clint about this one, but what is your take on the way that they're handling season resets where you lose everything so nothing carries over? Do you like that? Don't like that? What do you think?
I do like it to a certain degree. Because I feel like, think about 6 months down the road, right? A new person tries to get in. Everybody that's been playing since launch, they have everything, and they're just getting stomped.
Still kind of choosing violence. He's
Bad
coming
take.
in here with some violence.
Oh, bad take. Movement's a little bit better. I will give you that. But that's just basically a movement parkour simulator. The rest of it's kind of meh. But I know I'm there for it. You know, it keeps things fresh too. It gives them a chance to go like super overpowered with some other weapons because they know that in 3 months they can pull it back, and it keeps the meta shifting, changing up. And again, it gives you a natural entry point of saying, I'm a new guy. I want to get in. Let me wait for the next reset when everyone's starting fresh. I mean, there's still going to be a level of knowledge that people are going to have, but it gives them a better chance to jump in.
Yeah, but personally, I like it, but I also don't like it. You know, I mean, obviously, you like, for example, I said it's how. I mean, I assume you followed this, like the developments and preview of footage and all that stuff. Okay.
Yep.
When the very original preview event was over, Travis specifically, I remember, was talking about it on Bitcast, and he said, I guess they have said legendary equipment or weapons, I guess, are extremely rare. Like you really want to encounter them very often. So I was like, imagine if you're playing this and you get a legendary weapon, it's like one day before the reset. You would be so mad. So what I said to Clint, I kind of wish they would do, because I understand what the point is. Obviously, the point is to make sure that it's not Tarkov, right? Where a newbie is just cannon fodder until they've died 1,000 times. So something like you get, say, 10 points at a season reset, and like points to retain whatever you want, but the better the thing is, like let's say like a legendary gun would be worth 10 points, right? So you keep one legendary weapon, that's it. Or if you're someone new and don't have anything good, maybe a gun's only worth like 2, so you keep a handful. Something like that, I think, would have been a good approach. But you know, because then you kind of balance both. You do have the seasonal reset, but you still get to carry some stuff over with you. You know.
Yeah.
The problem with that is like, I mean, I guess I see where you're coming from, but Ark's the first one that actually hasn't really forced a reset on everybody.
Yeah.
I think up until now, that was just the standard, and that's how they designed everything around.
I don't think Tarkov resets, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
I've never been good enough to amass anything, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, and with the reset thing, what initially drawed me into Arc Raiders was the fact that, it respects my time. I don't have to do this seasonal thing. Now that I've played Arc Raiders and I've done the season, and I plan to reset every season. That's the plan for me, because I played enough and it makes me want to play the game more. I think it's good for the person that doesn't play much at all, but at the same time, I think there's plenty of time there to get your expedition done and your season content done, and not having to have a huge buildup of items. So I think I'm on the boat now of I'm okay with seasonal resets in these type of shooters now that I've experienced it without having to. I think Marathon, when I first played it and was listening about it and stuff, I thought it's DOA. Now that I've played Arc Raiders, I absolutely love Arc Raiders. I will probably still play Arc Raiders more, but I think the outcry of people wanting PvP more and stuff, I think they will play Marathon more as well. So I definitely take my words back. I don't think it's going to be DOA. I think it'll probably have a healthy lifespan, especially on console too. So plus it's Bungie. So
it's actually really funny because I'm the same way. Like, you know, I played a couple of extraction shooters, but like I wasn't really big on them until Arc Raiders. And Arc Raiders changed my life. And I think part of it is by playing Arc Raiders, we've learned to embrace the equipment's not ours. We're only borrowing it until the next person comes and steals it from us. So you don't get attached
you're
to
renting.
anything.
You're renting.
You're using it. Exactly. We've embraced that lifestyle. And now we realize, okay, no big deal. You know?
I guess I will say on the flip side, what I do like, two things that I do like about the whole seasonal reset is, number one, I mentioned before, obviously it puts everyone at equal footing at the start. On the other hand, it also does make it that you don't just hoard everything. Like, you might as well use it if you have it. There's no point not to using it then.
Exactly.
And which I did at the beginning. I was hoarding everything, and I was like, I'm not using my greens, I'm not using my blues. And then I was like, okay, I need to actually stop.
What's funny is they unintentionally added that hoarding back in when they put that 5 million limit for the stash, and they realized, oh, no, everybody's hoarding. We're not going to do that for the next reset. Yeah.
And then speaking of Arc Raiders, they just came out with that roadmap. The roadmap looks good. Some new art coming out, new content in general, new map. So definitely looking forward to that. And But yeah, two live. If I get addicted to Marathon, I don't need 2 live services to be addicted to. Goddamn. And then World of Warcraft as well,
and Battlefield. I mean,
Battlefield. It's like there's so many other games too. It's like God, I've decided I'm going to become independently wealthy and just play video games. I mean, right? I think that's a good idea.
Play the lottery, right? You got to win eventually.
Yep. And then moving on from Marathon, I think the other biggest thing was, of course, Ubisoft canceling 6 games and delaying like 7 others. I believe one of the 6 games, some of the 6 games were canceled. The biggest one, of course, was Prince of Persia, which didn't they just show off like last year?
No,
like a trailer.
It's been like 3 years, I think. I think the news was that they switched to a different development team.
Didn't it get rated though recently?
I thought it was like.
Well, the big thing was there was all kinds of rumors going around. I think it was from Nate the Hate, but I'm not positive, saying it was going to be shadow dropped with the Xbox.
Yes, right.
Actually, he totally didn't say with the Xbox thing, but it's kind of what people were connecting the dots on. And someone else, was it Todd Henderson maybe, said that like he was hearing the 16th, which was last Friday. Yes. Well, obviously that came and went and it didn't happen. So I was like, okay, maybe it's the Xbox show. And then 2 days before it, they just straight up canceled it. So clearly, whoever these guys were getting their contact from, that guy was straight up lying.
Yeah. What else did they say? We knew that the Assassin's Creed Civil War game was canceled. I heard before they had said that was done, which is sad. I think that would have been a pretty cool setting, honestly. And then supposedly a Splinter Cell game that was in production.
Mobile.
Oh, was it a mobile one?
Yes.
Okay, I'm okay with that then.
Yes, it is
For a second, you see me, I was going my heart.
Yeah.
Like my heart right there.
And then they had already announced that they weren't going forward with Outlaws 2, but then they were like, yeah, this is definitely not happening. And of course, Watch Dogs is basically dead in the dirt, which I think is awful because I like that series. The third one was okay. But
unfortunately, I think it kind of went downhill as they went because they started to try to do too much.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm in the minority of most people I know, but I like the first one the best.
Oh, first one's great. I love it.
I did like the addition of like the drone and all that stuff in the second, but mechanically in every way, I thought the second one was worse than the first.
Yeah. Third one was the only one I couldn't get through. I picked
it's the only one
I couldn't get through it either. Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. And I love the first 2.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't like how there wasn't a main character. You were just everybody, which I get what they were trying to do, but I just wasn't.
When I got the I think it was the second expansion that added Aiden. I actually played it for a while using him as the main character, but that game also kind of loses something if you don't play it in what the hell was it called, like the permadeath mode. But also if you play it in permadeath mode, it just pisses you off all the time too. so it's like there's no winning.
Yep. Yeah. What else was in that Ubisoft? Ubisoft Halifax and Stockholm have been closed. Yeah, it was just pretty shitty. And then they also had announced that with last week that they had laid off some Mass Effect Entertainment employees, like right after talking about all the stuff coming out for Division. And it's like, what are you guys doing?
Well, and after, as far as I understand, a fairly successful launch of the DLC to Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Ubisoft is its worst own enemy. I swear. Got some more people in chat. Todd's in there. Baldwin's in there. Luke's in there. Oh my goodness, it's a full house, everybody. Let's see. This is what happens when you have Freight on. So everybody invite Freight onto your channel, and he just brings everybody in.
Yeah, we have a real star.
He's a magnet.
I'm here for the conversation. I gotta say though, and it's also really funny too because you had that was the lead developer there, or one of the head guys was talking about how great Division 3 was going to be, and then he's gone. He left. That's just like wow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yep. And then
how are we feeling about the rumored like Division remastered now? Or like,
I am excited for that. If that's
think it's
supposed to come in March, I think it will because if they have that poster,
I can see a shadow drop for that one.
Yeah, I can see that happening because I feel like that's just let's upgrade the resolution and stuff like that, and it would be nice if they made it crossplay. I'd like to see it crossplay. But
it would also be nice if they made freaking realism mode actually available across the damn series.
I was so excited
I would
about
dive
that.
back into those games in a heartbeat if that was like something I could play them in.
Yeah.
What an L to make that a temporary mode and then only available.
I thought it was going to be like a full
Warlords
game
expansion.
mode that you could choose differently, and that would be great. But yeah, it does kind of.
It's supposed to be for the season, isn't it? For when the next season launches.
It's the mini season or whatever. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to go over well, and maybe they'll bring it back more often.
That's what
I wish it was.
Yeah.
I wish it was more often.
And the thing is that you can't play all of Division 2 with it. You can only play what's it called, Warlords in New York or whatever.
Yep.
Whatever the new expansion's called. That's the only thing you can play in it.
In a way, it's kind of smart though, to a certain degree, because you're forcing engagement within a certain time period, as opposed to people figuring, "Oh, it's on my, I'll get to it when I get to it." But you kind of introduce that FOMO, and you can really see who's still interested in your series to jump in, and is that something that's going to be popular?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right for sure. I mean, it's going to bring eyes back to it at a time when it probably needs eyes, considering all the competition that's out there now for the live service stuff. But
most of them are dying off, though. I mean, if you look at the looter shooters, you got
Yeah.
Destiny that's left, and it's on getting ready to be put out to pasture, and you got
Right.
Warframe.
Yep. Yep. And then, also Todd said in chat, Ubisoft has lost 95% of the value since 2018. That's absolutely true. I was after that news dropped, I was like, oh, let's go look at stocks real quick. And like Ubisoft stock was like at $1.40. I was like,
and that's a company that had what, like 200,000 employees just a year ago.
Unbelievable. So it's just, I hate to see where they're going, because I do love a lot of their properties. It's just, hopefully they can bounce back. But yeah, Tencent probably wasn't doing them any favors, probably. But
probably kept them alive, though, to be fair. But
that too. And then we got a quick let's see, the top 20 sales for 2025, Battlefield 6 being the top seller, which is cool. That's awesome. NBA 2K 26. Bring back NFL 2K, please. I miss those NFL 2K
Good luck.
games.
Do you guys remember ESPN? When ESPN got in the game?
That was the 2K game, yeah.
Yep.
2K5 specifically.
And then surprisingly for me, Borderlands 4 was at 3. I liked Borderlands 4, so that's cool, but I did not expect that to be the third best seller.
No, I figured it would sell well, but that's way higher than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
it's everybody bought it in the beginning. Probably hasn't even finished it.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing.
Finish.
I loved it. I finished it, and I haven't touched it since then. I'm sure, and it's gotten content. I just haven't.
If we keep talking about it like this, maybe Randy Pitchford will jump in our chat and yell at us too, because you're not allowed to say anything bad about it. So.
I've got a picture with him somewhere, and I'm kind of sad I have it actually. But
I'm surprised he didn't like punch you in the face for taking it from the angle.
I was so mad because it was I was at PAX East, and it was they were showing off Aliens Colonial Marine, and the game they showed off was completely different than what we got. So I was super excited, and then when I started playing the game, I looked at that picture and I was like, God damn you, Randy. God damn you. This is not what I played in the demo at all. Let's see. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 came in at 5th. Not bad, I guess. And
it is for that, but
yeah, it is for that.
First time it's had competition though, and franchise fatigue. So
right,
expect.
Yep.
Well, and the fact that this was almost universally the worst entry it's ever had. So
the campaign was just
campaign-wise. I'm not talking about multiplayer.
I think the things that surprised me the most, though, is that the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered is at number 9, which just baffles me that people are still buying that game.
Surprise. Well, I guess you take the Game Pass thing into equation, but that doesn't surprise you that much. I mean, well,
and
the part that is surprising
on there.
The part that is surprising is guess what one game runs like shit on my computer still. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, because no matter what your computer is, it runs like shit on it. So
Todd in chat says, I want an arcade NFL game. Yeah, bring back NFL Blitz. I miss those Blitz games.
Yes, Blitz, NHL Hits, MLB Red Card. Or no, soccer was Red Card, MLB Slugfest.
Yep. And I used to love, I don't like basketball at all. It's just not for me. I played the shit out of NBA Street. I freaking loved that game. And NBA Jam when you're like doing dunks from half court and stuff. Hell yeah.
Played as Bill Clinton.
Yes.
I think it was the original one. He was actually.
If you hit 3 threes in a row, you were on fire, and you could just do anything at that point.
Yeah. Big head mode. Yeah. NHL hits.
So so here's a little bit of a deep dive. We're all roughly the same age. Actually, we're all pretty close to the same age. Do you guys remember? It was back on the Genesis. It might have been on Super Nintendo. I don't remember. It was called like Mutant League Hockey or something like that.
I remember. I know the one you're talking about. I did not play it though.
It was kind of the same idea, but you actually played as mutants, and the whole point was it was just ridiculous.
I like it. And then I think this is ridiculous to have, but apparently there is a Super Mario Galaxy movie Nintendo Direct announced for January 25th.
Yeah.
I hope we're all tuning in.
Todd knows what's up.
Mutant League is huge. Todd knows what's going on. Are you guys excited for Super Mario Galaxy movie Direct?
Not the direct movie itself.
Like I'm excited for the movie, but I'm like,
Yep.
we've had a trailer, so I'm like, why?
I'm gonna take a wild swing at this because I bet at the end they hint what the next Mario game is gonna be. It's obviously a ways out, but I'll bet you they'll give a name or whatever. Because why would you give a direct about?
I really don't. And it's like,
you know what?
Mario Galaxy?
No,
could there be Mario Galaxy content?
I take that back. They did this with Pokemon, didn't they? When Pokemon Detective came out, or whatever the hell it's called. I
can't remember. I can't remember.
So maybe not. Maybe they're just that full of themselves.
I mean, you gotta sit through the whole movie to see a trailer for the next game. It's in the.
I didn't mean the movie. I meant the
like a direct.
The direct was going to have it, but
yeah, I'm sure there was more for news, but that was pretty much the big things that I.
No, the big thing happened yesterday, and you haven't mentioned it yet.
What was the big thing?
The Xbox show.
Oh no, that's what I'm moving into.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, news-wise, that was the biggest thing.
Yeah, no, that's that. But that's what I'm moving into. Don't worry, Luke's here. We have to get to the Xbox stuff now, or else he's gonna leave us. So, yeah. So the Xbox Direct was yesterday. We got some 4 games showing off. 3 we knew about. One special one was thrown in there for us. Oh, goody! What a sweet treat.
It was special, all right?
Yeah. So the first one they showed off was Forza Horizon 6. I like Forza Horizon. 5 was a little bit of a low note. Still quite enjoyed it. I'm excited for 6. Of course, it's a car game. Graphically, it looks fantastic, as they all do usually. The only thing I'm a little skeptical about is like, do we need a whole estate with a bunch of stuff? It's just like random things built, and they're like, oh, your friends can drive by and see. And I'm like, none of my friends are driving by my estate and checking it out. Let's be real. But Freight, are you a racer fan at all, or a Horizon fan?
Horizon fan, yes. They're a ton of fun. And the drifting mode specifically. I mean, I love all of the Need for Speeds with the drifting, Need for Speed Underground games. That's the one thing I wish this had more of those customization like Underground. But like, I absolutely love getting in those drift zones and taking it sideways. And the fact that we're going to Japan, it's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I'm big into it.
Japan. Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and I think they said it is the biggest map too.
Oh yeah, and I play them for a good hard month, and then after that, I kind of dip out until they bring it in the expansion.
Yeah.
I'd like to interrupt our show for a very important public message here. As Silkenit called out, yeah. That's all I have to say. Sorry, resume, please.
All my fans doesn't even know who Horn. I know who Hornet is. Hornet's pretty cool. Stings a lot, It's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah. And like they said, it is supposed to be the biggest map. And one of the other things, like I knew when we kind of found out that it was going to be set in Japan, of course, we're going to get like a Tokyo City type of thing and some urban stuff. And for me, Horizon, I don't mind the city stuff. I like being out in the country and stuff. And they were like, oh, it's the biggest urban setting we've had. And I was like, I'm sure it'll be beautiful.
That's not what they said. That's not what they said. They said it's the biggest city they've had.
City, yes. Which
it doesn't mean
even
most
that
of the map is urban. It just means the city part of it is the biggest.
But it was still enough for me to be like, I don't want. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of other country stuff. But I'm excited either way. I think it looks good. The extra features and stuff coming down. Rick, what do you think? How are you looking for it?
You all know already, but for those that haven't paid attention, here we go. So to answer your first question, I love racing games. I prefer Sims, but I do like arcade games as well. Loved Forza Horizon 2, 3, and 4. I did not like 5 at all. And I am straight up boycotting this one because regardless of how good it does or does not look, I refuse to support this game because of how Microsoft absolutely neutered Turn 10 for no reason whatsoever. Completely unnecessary, complete bullshit move. Fuck them. I refuse to support this game because of that. So I even posted on Twitter. I even posted on Twitter, fully expecting some negative engagement. Although what I said was 100% true. I wasn't lying. Nobody replied. I was a little disappointed in that. I actually said I wish I could be excited for Forza Horizon 6, but for the reasons I just mentioned, I simply cannot and will not be excited for it.
Okay, about 2 copies for you. Just let them know that
yeah.
we support their decisions.
Also, as the news came out today, good old Phil Spender squeezed a little bit more money out of his fans.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan that like the Ultimate Pass is $60, doesn't include the game. Yeah, it includes the expansion and 4 days early and like a car pack and I'm sure some other stuff. But I don't know. I was like,
it's the full car pack.
Is it full car pack?
VIP pack?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but so was it before. It was still $40 before. Now it's 60.
Yeah. So I was just like, I mean, it is what it is. I'll be playing it on Game Pass, so it's not a huge thing. I'll buy it if I really like it, which I probably will. I just feel bad for the people playing on like PS5 and stuff like that are, they'll buy the game for whatever it is, $60-$70 and then they don't have to, of course, but whatever, what do I know? But yeah, I'm excited for it. And I think it's May 19th, I think.
Yes.
Not too far.
I think, 19th is the real one. And then the early access would be the 15th. I think.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I'm excited. I think about what's weird though. I don't have my Xbox anymore. I gave it to my daughter when she moved, and I do not play racing games except on a console. So I'm gonna have to play it on my PC with my controller.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway. It'll be fine. But
if Forza Horizon 5 is anything to go by, Playground are very good at hiding what the console version actually looks like because they always showed the console version of Horizon 5, which looks stunning, and then you played the Xbox Series X version. It's like, ooh, that doesn't look bad by any means, but it doesn't look anywhere near like what they showed. You either played it at 30 and it looked like that, or you played it at 60, which is how you want to play a racing game, and it looked like crap.
Right.
In comparison.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the community-made features, like the fact that you can it showed the track editing and stuff like that?
I think that could be cool if they're really allowed to do whatever they want. We get some like Hot Wheels type of stuff going on. I think that'll be awesome, and just off-roading type of things. I think it could be cool. I think that'll be awesome if done.
So I admit I wasn't overly paying attention to it, but is it more just you can set I assume you're not building a track. You set a course for how you want to.
No, it's basically like Battlefield 6 Portal, where you can make anything you want type of thing, but in Forza. So you can make like those Hot Wheel loop-de-loops and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So
it'll be fun. I think it started in 4, but might have been in 5. You actually could technically make your own. Own race. Those. You would see them in the map when you were driving around, and you could. But this obviously is a little more in depth than that. But
yeah. So and they honestly really didn't show it off too much. They were just kind of talking about it. So I'm sure they'll have another, video of it pretty shortly. I'm sure. And then the next one, of course, was the Beast of Reincarnation. I can talk. The one thing I took away from this game is that they like to talk about Pokemon a lot when talking about this game.
And as I said, if my entire background was making Pokemon games, I would want the entire industry to know that this is my first game I've ever made. That's not a criticism of Pokemon. It is a criticism of their Pokemon.
Yeah, the last ones have been a bit rough, but this one, I thought it looked pretty good. I think I like the setting, of course. Post-apocalyptic, Japan, and you get a dog. What was it like? solo RPG dog action RPG or something they called it. I don't know. I think it looks pretty
what
good.
it reminded me of, and I haven't seen anybody else make this correlation, which surprises me. It actually kind of reminded me a lot of Enslaved, Journey to the West.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Which is a good thing, actually, because that game is
a
game
good one. Yeah.
is what's her name's best game.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Ninja 3. Good one.
Yep, it is a good one. I lost my train of thought now. It looked a little rough around the edges every now and then with what they were showing, but I think with some tuning, but I think it's out summer. I think they said no date, but I think they said summer. Almost like it did have like an active attack, but then they had like that pause and turn base almost. Like Expedition 33, and which everybody will say it's they stole it or something. But are you interested in this one at all, Freight?
A lot more now. Honestly, when they first kind of teased it, I didn't know what to think of it. I kind of was wondering, is this like a Monster Hunter clone? Like, what are they going for? I really had no idea. So I will say I'm intrigued. I don't think it's a day one. I think the fact that I have Game Pass means I'm more likely to jump into it. But they showed off some of those cool traversal things, but they showed off two. And they showed it over and over and over again. I was like, is that really it? How versatile is it going to be? Are you using this in combat? Or is it going to be like a very defined point like, oh, here, use this one. Now you're here, use this one. So that's intriguing to find out. I will say, too, I feel like them calling out Pokemon left and right was them kind of poking out to Nintendo to say, hey, this is actually what we can do if we're not hamstrung by this Switch one.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my friends, and he like Rick said, he also said it's like if it's anything that they've done with the past couple of Pokemons, I don't know. I was like, well, maybe they put all their work into this, and that's why. Which that's what I'm thinking.
I actually read a report that they're more overseeing it, that they're not actually doing a lot of the grunt work. That there's a lot of support studios doing a lot of that stuff.
Nice.
We'll see.
I did like the style of the enemies and stuff, and like the flowers and vines and stuff. I thought that was really cool too. Rick, you got any interest in this one?
Yes, but I refuse to be excited, and because of it being Game Freak. Like, this is not me being a hater. This is me refusing to get excited for something that there is a very real chance is going to suck because of who's making it. But the concept is cool. Everything looks good. I just simply do not trust Game Freak whatsoever, and that is where my I don't even say cautious optimism, my straight up pessimism for it comes from. Is it's 100% because of Game Freak and not because of anything they showed, because what they showed does look good. I just don't trust Game Freak.
Understandable. And then we had their that secret game we were all wondering what it was going to be, which is it Kiln? Which is Double Fine's.
Where you put the clay in.
And make it nice and toasty.
Also, somehow this took up half the show.
Which it's not for me. You make your own party action game, fighting against other people. You make your own pottery, and Double Fine. I'm glad Microsoft is letting them do, like, hey, you want to do random shit? Go ahead, that's fine. But I'm like, maybe a little bit less random. I don't know.
What is the over-under that Tim Schafer has a picture of somebody high in it?
Right.
It's got to be pretty high at this point, right?
I feel like they stay small. They're probably on a shoestring budget,
probably,
and that they probably have less of a budget than the corporate expense account that they use for lunches.
Probably.
Let's be honest.
It's probably true. It's probably
they can hide in there, and I bet you Microsoft forgets that they even exist until they pop out with a game.
Probably. I think this will be a perfect like Game Pass game. I hate being negative on any game, but I don't see this going anywhere.
I don't think this is going to last that long.
I feel like part of it is they did it themselves. Like,
it
looks like it's interesting. I love the fact that it exists. I'll probably pick it up, especially on Game Pass. But man, they let the anticipation and the conspiracy theories out there of what the Shadow's surprise drop was going to be, and it just landed like it landed so much like a wet fart that at the end of it, like when they got done with the next game that we're going to talk about, I stayed until the video ended because I'm like, this isn't it. There's gonna be there's a fake out. There's gonna be something
So did
else
I.
at the
So
end.
did
I was like,
I.
where is it?
Yeah, I was like, where's my shadow drop of anything? Fallout
Yes.
3 remaster, anything. And I
And
was watching it, and I texted Rick because I was like, why is this game on here longer than Forza and
It had like a
and
20-minute
Beast
segment
together?
Yes.
It's like, what?
Like,
you know what they should be making instead of this? They should be remaking the original Psychonauts, because that game is amazing, but it is pretty damn rough to look at by today's standards.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure, I think I also mentioned Rick as well. It's like, this is the classic 1 week after you look at it, you go to Steam charts and it says 500 concurrent players type of thing. I think
they're competing with Concord for the shortest lifespan on the market.
Do you ever think though that maybe they're just like that random studio that when somebody gets burned out, they're like, oh, go spend like a weekend with, with Uncle Tim, get your stuff all ready, go, away to camp for the weekend, do some arts and crafts, and come back refreshed,
Yeah, probably. That's a good way of putting it. I did like how, he was talking and stuff and stuff, but yeah, it's not for me. I'm glad they have these little powwows and they, make little games. I'm glad they have the freedom to do that. But
yeah, I mean, whoever's looking forward to it, I hope it's good. But I am not there with you. Within 2 minutes, I'm like, this is most certainly not for me.
Yeah,
eventually it's going to take off. I mean, look, that's how Peak came about. You had basically one of these game jams that just one day something hit and they made it and took off.
Like you never know. Maybe if we get another COVID or something, it might work. I don't know. I miss party games though. Speaking of party games, do you remember Fusion Core? Wasn't that on the Xbox? The
Fusion
first
Frenzy.
Xbox?
Yeah,
Fusion Frenzy. I loved that game.
There's two of them actually.
Yep. That and Whacked. Did anybody play Whacked? I loved Whacked. That was
I know what
it was like over the top craziness. But I miss games like that. Not Mario Party.
The other one left is really
I was a Mario Party kid. The first two were really good. Once they started adding in the random stars at the end, that literally took you from last place to first at random, then I was done, because then it took all of what, I guess, skill there was out of it, It took the gamesmanship because you just never knew.
Yeah. So bring back cool party games, not pottery party games, Although I will say,
I want to once again interrupt the show to direct everybody to the chat. There's a blooming love story going on right now. I just want to make sure it's not missed by anybody.
Just a couple friends,
as you were,
2v1 in it, I will say, I kind of hope, like with this game that comes out with all this customization, I hope we get some funny looking pottery going on. See maybe if we can get something crazy, but other than that, I'm not. Yeah, this was not for me. And then of course the next one that we're all gonna be talking about and excited about, except for somebody.
Who would that be? I wonder.
I don't know. It is Fable, and right off the gate, I will be the first person to say when this was first shown. What was it last year during this? I think it was a summer game show it was shown at. I can't remember. I was not impressed at all. I thought it looked very fake gameplay. It just wasn't hitting at all. So I was very skeptical coming into this. As soon as they started with the gameplay, it looked way cleaner. They definitely nailed the way the Fable looks, I feel. And even though it's been so long since I played a Fable, it's like somehow you just know how Fable looks and how the characters look and stuff. It looks much better, and it did have some frame rate problems, but we've got until this fall for them to squeeze it out. Frame generation will fix that. So, Freight, I know you're looking forward to it. Let's hear your thoughts and on the video and everything.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Well, just calm down.
Nope.
I think we should start by saying, because the whole point of Freight being here is because of this game, how what our takes coming into it was, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of, because the whole point was all three of us had a very different thing. I can set that up if you want, or you can do it. I don't care.
Like I said, I was very skeptical. I am now cautiously optimistic, I think is the good way to put it, because I like the way it's going and I like how it looks. I like the fact that we can turn people into chickens and kick them. I think that's great. And because I'm an evil person secretly on the inside, the fact that we can buy apartments and then kick people out and stuff.
That's not new. You can do that in the first Fable, actually.
Oh, yeah, I didn't remember that.
The second one, but
I didn't remember that. But yeah, I'm gonna be a terrible.
Maybe you couldn't evict them in the first,
and...
but you could definitely buy all the property in the first one.
Yeah, I'll definitely be a slumlord in that game, and I'll be buying everything. So yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic.
And then I really was not all that particularly interested in it. I'm not the biggest Fable guy. I kind of like the first. I thought the second and third were not good at all. I don't quite understand why they're so revered. And I came out of it, I won't say equally uninterested, but I'm not overly interested in it still. So, and then Freight, you can have the floor from here.
The floor is yours, sir. Go right ahead.
So where it starts for me is like I originally was back in the day a PC gamer for a while, right? And my brother bought this really weird game that we both really loved, and it was called Black and White. Black and White 2, and awesome. Picking up villager. We were the chaos people. We could never actually beat the game because what we're doing, we're picking up villagers, we're throwing them. You'd sit there, you get your little cat or whatever, and you'd rub the belly and it's purring, and you slap it across the face. Why? Because you just never know what to expect from us. We're just that type of temperamental god. You just never know. Absolutely love that series. So when I didn't know who Peter Molyneux was, but I just heard this game was coming out, the people who did Black and White. I'm like, yes.
Yep.
Picked it up, loved it. I can see its faults. I can understand why people don't like it, but for me, it's nostalgia. I love the humor. Just the chicken chaser stuff. I love just that they brought some of that silliness to it. Like it wasn't like full blown like god level tier, but just the whole way you interact with people and you can just be a complete and total dick, and I love that chaos. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh no.
And
I'm the same way.
In the first one with the way they kind of started with the morality, I don't even know many games really approaching morality that way. I mean, it wasn't like super deep. It was fairly superficial.
It was actually pretty, so it was pretty surface level, to be honest.
But it was really cool at the time.
At the time, I think it was one of the first ones. I think until basically Mass Effect really went in deeper into it, or Star Wars, but the KOTOR
ones. That's not entirely true. Yeah, I would say BioWare was definitely doing it before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
but it was more scripted, obviously, in BioWare games.
Yeah.
And then you go into 2, and they expanded on the way you could create these. It was almost like a little mini dating sim with your different villagers to get them to marry you and all this other stuff. And I don't remember in 1, but I remember in 2, like doing the whole landlord thing to the point where the way I played is I did the main missions and campaigns to get money to go back to my town and buy properties and be able to woo my women and, basically afford my children. That was the way my end game right there.
I feel like before this even comes out that you have to get a stream ready for this, because I feel like this could be worth watching.
When I was in the chat for the nerd chat last night, and I said, I'm gonna play it like I'm Zeus. Okay, I am gonna be God on high. I am gonna own everything, lord over every woman, everyone. I'm gonna marry every woman, and there's gonna be a million demigods running around, and maybe they're fighting for my approval. I don't know. Who knows? But it's just that's the way I want to play that game. And the fact that they're giving me that is just like, yes.
But the big question is, will you also betray your not actually real son, and then he kills you and destroys the entire world afterwards?
Pixels, they mean nothing to me. Just like Zeus.
I was referring to Zeus for God of War.
I think I'm right in tune with you, and I hope it is as deep as that when it comes out, because that's exactly how I'll play it as well. When I don't think you were in our Discord at that point when Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 had launched, and I was just an evil person. I kept putting clips in there, and there was to be like people picking flowers, and I'd be like shooting them with a bow, and then I'm like dragging their bodies away. And Rick was like in Discord, people in Discord like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, it was like, come to find out, like evil Robin Hood or something.
He was maxed out on archery because he was shooting everybody.
That's the way to play these games, you know?
Exactly.
That's why I still everyone talks about how good Kingdom Come Deliverance is. I've never finished it because I just
choose your next words very carefully, sir.
No,
I'm just saying
chaos. Exactly.
I can't, you know, I cannot speak on it because I haven't finished it. I am so far lost off in the woods doing stuff that I'm not leveled for, and I will not walk away. I will load that save 40 times until I get it. And I choose violence every time.
Yeah.
The same way I played Morrowind. You know, I used to go in and hack it, I was like entering the Matrix, and every playthrough was me robbing everybody and murdering entire towns and then having to restart a playthrough.
Yeah. And that's what's going to be my problem in Fable too, is like in Kingdom Come or Fable, if I walk past somebody and if they say something mean to me, like, you're dead. Like that's the end of it. Like, so if I walked by in like Kingdom Come and they're like, "Oh, you smell bad," and it's like, "Well, you can't smell me when you're dead." So how about that? So that'll be the same way I play Fable as well. So,
that's right.
I think it looks a lot better, more cleaned up. I like you said, I like the British humor and stuff in it, so I'm excited for that, and definitely excited to see more and have it more cleaned up because there was, you know, some frame issues there, but it's still, we got till the fall. Will it launch and without being delayed? Who knows? But I'm excited. I'm excited.
Was I the only one who noticed it seemed like they brought some of the original animations back for the Melee? Because it looked
similar.
I didn't
notice that at all, actually. I thought it looked completely different animation.
And I was there for it. I love it. I honestly didn't realize how much some of this original stuff that they kept showing it and going a little bit deeper. And I'm like, I forgot all about that. Yes, give me more of this. Give me more. And it's probably not even going to be all that deep. It's going to be fairly superficial, but I don't care. I am there for it all the way.
Yeah. Yep. I think overall, yeah, I'm here for it. Especially the more we see I'm hoping we get like a couple more videos of like how deep like the like how good and bad you can be actually, so we can see what the choices actually come out and see what we can do with it more deeper.
More
deeper.
Yeah.
2v1.
Well, we know that Clint will not be playing a English teacher in the game, so
no.
I mean, who's going to tell him no? Because if they do, it's off with their head.
Somebody who can actually
I'll be whoever
English.
I want. Damn it!
School's in session every day, teaching manners. That's what's up.
Also on Game Pass, so I'll definitely probably just play it on Game Pass because I do have that on my PC still. Other than that, I don't have it on console anymore or anything. But maybe we'll get a cool collector's edition and maybe get something fancy out of it. I do love the Fable style. Rick had said before too that, I might mix words here, that you said that you might be a little bit more interested if it wasn't Fable. You're tired of the Fable thing, or?
I can't say if that's true, but I also can't discount the idea that I don't know. Like, I just don't know why they clung to the Fable IP. I don't think it's an IP that matters at all. No offense, Freight. That's fine that you like it. I'm not saying that. I just don't think it's an IP that was worth drudging the name back up. Because, like, if Final Fantasy, for example, went on a 20-year hiatus, that's a different story, right? That's a name that has massive weight behind it. Fable really didn't. And in fact, Fable has kind of had a downward trajectory anyway. In fact, to the point that never even released the fourth one because it was bad. Most of them technically 4, but you get what I'm saying. Whatever that 4v1 game was called.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't remember the name of it. What's that?
There was that Connect game.
I don't remember the Connect one. That's not the one I'm talking about. The one it was like
there was
Fable Legends or something like that was the name of it.
Yep.
It never came out. But that I say that, and I don't even know if that's really true. It probably puts a subconscious knock against it in my head because, like I said, I just don't really think the series is that great. but I tried to approach it with an open mind. I acknowledge in my case that probably didn't happen, but like I said, so as I said in the Discord, there were parts I was very, very impressed with. There were parts I was very, very unimpressed with at the same time. And I think if you look at it with a pretty neutral eye, I think most people could probably agree with that. There's times it looks stunning, and there's times it looks like a PS3 game.
Yeah.
So like I'm genuinely wondering which way it's going to lean, because take the conversations out, because that's probably not. I mean, that's not what's going to look like when you're playing it. When they're running through the field, it looked pretty good. When he got into like I don't know if it was Bowerstone they were running around or not, but when they got into like the town, it looked pretty good. And there were parts that looked outright terrible. And actually, a perfect example here is when they first showed the combat. And I want to be very clear here. They didn't really show the combat. They kind of showed it, but they didn't. They kind of shied away from that a bit too. Because as you said, Fred, it's probably pretty simple, just like it was in the old ones.
Yep.
What you call it, the Great Hammer, for example. When he was swinging that, or she, which I don't remember playing male or female at the time, that actually I was like, wow, that's actually really good animations, like how fluidly it transitions from swinging from right to left and vice versa. Then they did like this sidestep, and I'm like, holy crap, that was a horrible animation. Like I don't remember. It kind of took this like backward sidestep to the left, and I was like, but they did it again. They did it another point, like later in the video. It looked exactly the same. I'm like, that's a terrible animation. And like, I'm not trying to be overly nitpicky here, but with as long as they've been taken to make this game, there's no excuse for a bad animation in this game. There's just not, right? And also, and this comes back to kind of what they did with what they're doing with Forza, I'm sure. How is this going to look on Xbox? Because I'm telling you right now, what you saw was not running on Xbox. What you saw was 100% running on a high-end PC.
Thought it was.
I don't think so.
I don't remember seeing anything of what it was running on, but it was probably running on a PS5 Pro, probably. But,
that's true. It could be that
too. I will say, in Phil's defense, it looks like Xbox is going to have more games on PlayStation this year
defending Phil in my presence
than Sony's actually bringing to the console this year so far.
I can't even argue that. That's true. But
how do we think Forza 6 is going to sell this year after we saw what Forza 5 did last year?
I think it's going to sell well, and I had mentioned that to Rick with this price hike of the Ultimate Pass there, whatever, going from 40 to 60, and I was like, I wonder if they saw how well it sold on PS5, and we're like, we can up this a little bit and probably get some more sales still, and make more money, because I didn't think it was going to sell that. I knew it was going to sell, and I'm glad it sold. I didn't think it was going to sell as well as it did on the PlayStation, which is crazy.
Yeah,
did crazy numbers.
And I would guess in May it's going to not sell whatsoever, and then in September, whatever, is when you'll see sales for it. That's
come on. You'll get $60 out of a lot of people. For the upgrade.
Not on Xbox, you won't.
And then it goes up.
Yeah.
They'll get $60 out of people on Xbox, and it'll be $120.
See, I don't think they will. I actually don't think they'll sell that because of the higher price thing.
But it was $100 last year, right? And like that was one of the top tiers, wasn't it? For the PlayStation was the $100 version, and it's $120 now.
Again, I'm talking Xbox. Xbox buy games differently here.
Yeah.
They would sell those premium, like early release things, if you will, between 20 and 40. I'll be very interested to see how they sell it at 60, because I wouldn't be surprised to see that number a lot lower, and people just go, "Oh, I'll just wait the extra 4 days or whatever."
Yeah.
So, being as the Game Pass is already $30 a month anyway. Well, sorry, the Game Pass that would let you play this in May is more what I mean.
Yeah, I think the standalone game though will sell pretty well on.
Over time it'll probably sell on PC as well, I would think.
Yep.
Even though PC is way more on the sim side than arcade. I never did see the Horizon 5 sales on PC, so I can't say that for sure. But I would guess it'll sell okay there.
Yeah, I think it'll do good. Let's see, we're at an hour at 8:30. I think we can probably wrap it up here, because I'm sure we're getting all cold and got to get ready for this storm and everything. Are you getting a little side off here? Are you getting much snow, Freight, wherever you are this weekend? Or
we've already got it here in Michigan the last couple of days, but now it's like once we get into -3, -4, -6, it tried to snow one night and it basically looked like mist It was we got a whole lot of nothing. Thank goodness, because I don't want to get out when it snows a decent amount. I got to get out, get the plow out, and be up at 3 a.m. and I don't want to do that.
Do you live in like northern Michigan or like do you get a lot of snow where you live? Is what I'm asking.
I'm in a weird spot. Like I'm like in the middle, kind of. It's so above me gets a lot, and to the south of me gets a lot, and then every once in a while it comes right through my way. But then it's always like the last minute where you're watching the storm, and then you're like, and it goes up. All right, cool. So we're just getting a little bit, and then you're like, is it? No, we got it this time. Okay, yeah.
Well, this time it's blanketing everything, moving from the east.
Yeah. They don't know what's going to happen here because I live right in a mountains are surrounding me. So either we're going to get snow, but it just depends on how quickly it gets blown out from the mountains. It'll either sit here and swirl, and we'll get absolutely dumped on. I've heard from like 2 stations, 3 to 5 inches, and then another station is like, no, you're getting like 24 inches. So it's like it is what it is here. It's gonna be friggin' cold though, which meh.
Yeah. We're getting somewhere around 10, I think, was what they're calling for.
Yeah. Gonna do some shopping tomorrow, get lots of hot cocoa, and just wait for this to blow over and play games. I think. Anything else to add to the show before we get into the fortune cookies? Anybody? Freight, Rick? Anything you want to say? Talk
really.
about? Bring up anything?
Nothing really comes to mind.
All right. Rick, you can go first for everybody's their wintry snow.
Let's see which recycled fortune we're gonna have here, since this box of 50 I bought has like 5 total things in it.
Like those joke wrapper things.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is actually the exact same one I had last time.
Oh, God damn it.
Try something new and different. You will like the results.
I'm pretty sure you did. I think it's time you buy a new
well, once I get through these, I have another box that I haven't opened yet. That I'll
eat them through this weekend. So.
Talk about perfect advice for Rick, though, on that one. Try something new.
I try new things all the time, to be clear.
Yeah, you should try.
But you just don't like them.
I don't like change.
Let's see. What do we got? I got to read the right side here. Love and connection will fill your night tonight. Okay.
Wow.
Right.
It already started in the chat. I saw that.
2v1. Yep. Alex, where are you going? All right. That's it for us, folks. Freight, before we leave, where can everybody find your content and where to reach out to you if they want to?
I am Freight Conductor on Blue Sky. I post sometimes. Most of the time, though, I post on other people's stuff, I guess. I'm not that interesting. So I just like to jump into the fray. Find me on Discord. I'm probably in everybody that I see in here. I'm in one of your Discords somewhere. My useless opinion that I'm sure you guys are.
It's a communal. It's a sharing community.
If you remember, one of our very early episodes, we had Todd on, right? Todd Oxtra. And he described the podcasting scene as incestuous. And I've been thinking about this recently. I'm like,
it's very true.
That is probably the perfect word for this, because he's not wrong. It is like the same group of people that goes to each one of them.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Otherwise, I'm just every once in a while I put up a few YouTube videos, or Twitch. I stream every once in a while. I need to get back to that, but other than that, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I thank you very much for coming on the show and helping me.
It's been a pleasure having you on here today.
Talk about games with Rick and everything. It was a blast, and hopefully we get you on here again soon. And we definitely got to play some Battlefield, some Arc Raiders. We'll definitely get some Marathon going into.
We got to play some Battlefield in about 5 more minutes here, you and me, by the way.
Yeah, I can probably fit in a game, probably. What about you? Rick?
I'm getting there. Calm down. I did. You'll know what it means. I did want to say, make sure you're playing a 2D game this week, because if you're not, well, I will whenever my goddamn Shinobi gets here. That probably won't be till next week, but
it's good.
Until then, I might play Hollow Knight, because even though 2D games are literal trash. Fred, I have no idea if you know what we're talking about or not, but it's kind of a long run.
I don't think he does.
Well, I mean,
it's a long-running joke about a joke of a person, but
yeah, not us. I don't mind
Clint,
2D games. 2D games are fine.
Yeah, no, we love 2D.
I thought it was the reference to Clint not doing Hollow Knight still.
No,
to this day.
No, that's just been going on for yeah.
Because
I play Silk Song for like 2 hours, and then I've let it go, and it's just Silkenet and Rick are just in love with it, which is great. I know it's a great game. It just doesn't resonate with me.
Do they love it, or do they love holding it above your head? That's where I'm at with it at this point. You know,
it's
both.
Definitely both. Yeah, it's definitely both.
It became a running joke, but the truth is, we both do genuinely love it.
Yeah,
he loves it more than me. I will never pretend that I like it more than Silkenet.
I like the attention.
We do both
so it's
genuinely
fine.
love it.
It's fine. Where can people find you, Rick?
Which 4969 on all the places in our Discord, probably being miserable like usual. But hey, someone's got to do it, right? What is it? Twitter, Steam, especially Steam now, Xbox, PlayStation, 4969, PC Master Race. Yeah, especially Steam. It's always been there, but it's really there now.
And you can find Spreading the Nerd, myself, just anything Spreading the Nerd on Blue Sky, Threads, TikTok, YouTube, Reels. I've been trying to pump out more content on there, so trying to do clips and stuff. So I'm sorry that they're awful, but they're funny. So
it's agonizingly painful that's the ones that actually draw attention. But I guess
it is.
That's the world we live in
now.
It is what it is. The shit that you throw together in 3 minutes gets more attention than the stuff.
I know. That one of those stupid memes of just Rocky running. I have like 80,000 hits, and I'm like, how? This is terrible. But I hit the algorithm just right or something. But whatever. So kids
are lost, man. I don't know what else I can say.
Yeah, they are. They don't even know who Rocky is. They just find it funny.
I've never seen Rocky. Throwing that out there right now. I've never seen it.
I'm ending the show. I can't.
People are always surprised by that. I have no interest in that whatsoever.
You haven't seen Dances with Wolves, Rocky?
What?
God damn it! Yeah.
He's never seen Demolition Man.
I love Demolition Man. No, I saw that a long time ago.
Okay, but there was going to be
there was that pause of like, wait, did he or?
Yeah, no, I did. That actually might be my favorite Wesley Snipes movie.
It is good. It's good.
I love that movie.
Anyways, before we go on another tangent, that's it for us, folks. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next week. Thanks again.